I was housed here in Grundy County, and I was going to a conference in Nebraska, and they had just finished Highway 20. And we were losing, about 3,000 cars coming through this community. They were all staying on the highway. And I was traveling the highway to go to Nebraska and thinking, we've got to get people back into Grundy County. How can we get them off the highway? And when I got to the conference in Nebraska, I met a woman by the name of Donna Sue Groves, who was from the Ohio Arts Council. And she had started a project called the Barn Quilt Trail. And she had done exactly what we needed to do. She had developed this trail with barn quilts, and people would come from all over and travel the trail and stop at the local stores, buy gas, stop for lunch, and it really did a lot to bring up the economic development of the community. And I thought, wow, this is something that we really should be doing in Grundy County.
Grundy County is not known for having a lot of tourist attractions, so this was one way to get people off of Highway 20 and back into our communities to shop, dine, and just take interest in our recreation, nature trails, museums, other types of entertainment.
We are an agricultural county. We don't have any other claim to fame as far as tourism is concerned. It really makes sense to pull off of our agricultural heritage, which the barns do. The quilting is another part of our heritage here in Grundy County. There's a lot of people who quilt and people who are interested in quilting. So it just seemed like the perfect fit.
The project appealed to me because it involved quilts. And I have a love of quilts. I had a quilt store, liked quilts from as long as I can remember. So it was a personal appeal as well as sharing the whole quilting project or quilting industry. So it was a good way to promote our local area and the project or artwork of quilting.
First of all, it was a collaborative effort. I mean, a collaboration between a lot of different partners, including barn owners, property owners, extension folks, community people, business owners. You know, a whole bunch of people came together to make this happen. And then to watch it grow, you know, people saw it here in Grundy County, they liked the idea, and it has expanded beyond that.
Having a shop or any kind of a business in the community where there's these barn quilts is definitely benefited from the Barn Quilt Project.
We had an informational meeting, about 25 people showed up, so we knew there was some interest in it. We had it during the winter, and so the goal was that spring to get into it. I did some fundraising. We started with no money. We were able to get a small seed from one of the local people and also one of the banks, and that's what we started with. So everything is self-supporting. The county doesn't have any finances involved with it whatsoever. In fact, over probably the next 4 to 5 years as we finish up, whenever we get done, whatever's left in the foundation pool, we'll actually put that into 4-H scholarships. In the operation here, we'll print the design off and beginning laying the designs, masking, printing, and finishing the whole product.
What I do here is I get a design from Ron, and then I apply it to the boards, whichever they are, and then tape them, and then draw them on, paint them. My wife and I took off and started looking for barn quilts a couple years back. And we toured a county, took pictures of them all, and then I decided I loved them so much I was going to start making my own, and I did. But we heard that Ron was, or somebody over here, was working with them, so I stopped in and talked to him, and my gosh, they would just fit right up my alley because I could paint all I wanted and then draw all I wanted, and that's challenging. I love geometric flip-flops. I just love that. So that's why I'm doing it.
We've got 43 locations. I'm not sure how many of them we've done, but we've been too busy making them to really keep count. People take a lot of pride in their operation, and that's what this brings out. And you know, the next generation, as they inherit our agricultural heritage, this will be part of it. It's good for the area.
Those who got involved had a real passion and a real commitment, and that's the piece that, for any project, I think that you really need. You need people who are committed to it and those who have a real passion. And I guess that's maybe one of the take-home lessons, that if you have those two things, I think just about anything can happen.